New heart monitor. All right. We are live streaming to YouTube. So welcome, YouTube. All righty. We're going to get started here just momentarily. Share my screen. Should have my screen now. And my pretty face right here. Pop the chat back open. All right. Harry or Michaela, you got your hands up? Do you need something? GP, call the, okay. Anybody that's missing anything you think you need right here, call this number. Write it down, 888-203-6792. That is Jeffry Traders customer service number. Jeffry Turnmeyer Trading's customer service number. Call it, and those wonderful people will help you out. If they're wondering about what you got, they will ask me, and we'll hook you up. All right. Let's get started, shall we? If you are brand new to one of these Tuesday free 30 minutes of awesome webinars, let me know in the chat. If you're on YouTube, we are in Zoom with the chat, so you may be missing it. But I want to welcome everybody that's new, that's never been here before. Kevin, welcome. I've been doing this trading thing since I was in 3rd grade. Paper traded. They have a game called the stock market game. It's a national game in the US for school-aged kids. I played that from 3rd grade, about 3rd grade on. It was, you filled out Scantrons and mailed them in way back in the 80s. And it was way before the internet. I played it up through middle school somewhere, I think it was. And then kind of didn't do it so much in high school, but then as soon as I graduated, I opened my own brokerage account. Been trading ever since. In 2020, I made some epic trades, caught the attention of some gurus. They asked me if I'd love to teach people what I do, a little bit different than what they did. In 2021, we rolled out Echo Trades as my first alert service. Now I've got a whole slew of alert services, a whole slew of people helping me, and I'm here to help everybody else. So I do what I can. I try to do the best for everybody I possibly can. It's a Scout's honor. I'm an Eagle Scout. I try to help other people at all times. It's kind of my mantra in life. So helping other people, do what I can. So this is downtown Knoxville right here, the World's Fair site. They've kind of rebuilt it. That's the Sun Sphere from the 82 World's Fair that was in Knoxville, Tennessee. The amphitheater right there, just poking up over the footbridge. This creek and stuff is all new. They used to have a exhibition hall sitting where that creek thing is now. If I recall correctly, that was in my early days. So that's downtown. Yeah, it's a pretty place. It's kind of in a low place, though, is the funny thing. They built this great big tower sun sphere, the identifier for Knoxville, and it's down in a ditch in the low spot. It's kind of a comical thing we point out around here. So anyway, all right, I'm going to pop out of the, here's the three big things for today. It is May 10th, 2022, and we plan to talk about, are we at the bottom? I've been calling for some prices, and we touched one of them today. And what do we have that's indicating that it might or might not be the bottom? And then we'll go over requests as usual. I think that may be the favorite part of this whole thing. And then I'm going to give you a chance we're going to talk about my new strategy and give you a chance to join me with that. So, all right. I was a young fellow in the 80s, 90s. So I'm young for a lot of the people that do this sort of thing, but not too young. Been doing this for almost 25 years, I think. The trading game, the guru game, I've only been at it for a year or like 14 months now. So still learning how to best help other people. All right, let's jump out of this pretty picture here and jump into, let's go back in time a little bit, shall we? Everybody remember this? Back in the time. Let me scroll down. We can look. Oh, can't see the date. This was coming into March. And then we had this one right here where we were coming up to 4,600. I thought I was kind of bullish, right? If you were around back then, I was quite bullish. We came off the February 24th low. We were ripping higher, and we came up to this point right here. And then we turned down swiftly, right? We had, are we going to break out or are we going to break down? Turns out we broke down. And moving on through history, I was looking for this lower low here. Well, that brings us to today. And the first move down from January, this rally into March, and now this drop into May has brought us down in this point where we're at equality or an echo of the first move down from January. So what does that mean exactly? Well, this move right here from this high on January 4th, 5th, down here to this low around February 24th, that move down is the same size as this move down from right here and right here where I have the B label down to here where this red line is coming across where we touched today. We touched right at it and retraced. Now it was looking like we might get a green candle close, but we did not. So let's talk about some of the risks here. See, everywhere we have this bottom, we got a green candle, a quick reversal with a long tail. Well, this one wasn't a long tail, but it was a nice speedy reversal. This didn't quite do that. This one over here did. This one down here kind of did. This one so far did not. All right, we haven't gotten a speedy reversal. So this gives me caution. It's like a big cautionary. See, we did that right over here on the first day of May, but we did not do that today. We didn't bounce. It's like, is this the bottom or not? That gives me pause, right? We did touch the key price, right? That 39.60. If you've been following me a little while, 3-4 weeks now, I've been calling for 39.60. We touched 39.60 today during the live open market. This is the SPX chart, cash chart. Let's see. Let's make it full so I can move the bars. SPX right there in gray. So we touch right down there to it. Now, where do we go from here? Primarily, I expect this to hold and we to get this nice swift move up. That's what I'm looking for to happen. Now, if we don't get that, then unfortunately, extensions lower become, this is like the line in the sand, if you will. If we breach this line in the sand, these extensions lower become likely. They don't have to happen, but they become likely. 37.93, and then the 1618 of the move down, the initial move down would be down at 35.91. Hey, Kimberly made it, the boss. She's here. All right, so glad to see you, babe. That's my wife, for anybody that doesn't know. She just joined. So anyway, support below us, 37.93 and 35.91. Now, like I said, my primary expectation right now is a move up. We'll pop back up to the daily here on a chart I can actually draw on. See, we had the A down right here. Let me draw this a little different for everybody here. Still the same labels, different chart. So that first move down, if we take and we copy that and we paste it and we move it over right here, that was the exact same size move. And we've got to the bottom today. So now, primarily, I expect some form of excitement to take us back up out of here. All right, we had a nice 5-wave move down into this low, which is classic Elliott wave. And the moves are proportional. So everything looks pretty good right now. But if we break lower, we have those extensions to contend with. So the other thing on my mind, though, for the proportions to be the same on NASDAQ, we needed an 11.7, basically 11.800-ish move. And we came up short of that. Right there. Came up short. We didn't quite get there on NASDAQ. So this correction ABC is a 3-wave move, and that's all there is. There's no CD. There's no D move to it. So don't confuse some of the other things like Gartley's with Elliott wave. Now there is a 5-wave correction, but I don't think we're in a 5-wave correction yet. That would take another move up and another move lower. And this move down has been in 5 waves, even on NASDAQ here. So this could truncate and not actually reach the target. So that's possible. But it just, everything's just not like totally cohesive together. So this was a 5-wave move type down on SPX, as I have it labeled on here, where we had the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the A wave was made up of 3 waves, and the B wave was made up of 3 waves. And the C wave was made up of 5. This is all classic Elliott wave stuff. So, all right. I have on log on my chart. So if you change it where it's not log, it's still roughly the same size. It messes with it slightly. It's still roughly the same size. Now, this is ES. And basically I have the same thing charted, looking for a bounce, and then the path forward. I'm kind of looking for something like this, a retrace, and then a move out. So I already had this drawn on the chart. I think I did a webinar yesterday afternoon where I drew that. So this is kind of my primary expectation. Move back up, a retrace, kind of deep, kind of freak everybody out. And then we start moving up. And this could take us well into the fall or even late part of the year before we start seeing all-time new highs again. Now, if we get a deeper retrace, it just moves everything down and takes a little bit longer, and it may take out into 2023 before we start seeing all-time new highs. This is being broadcast live on YouTube, and you can go watch YouTube right away. It'll have the replay. All right. So moving on. Russell. Extensions of the move. Almost touched this extension down here. This one basically kind of agrees with ES that we could be at a bottom. Now, oil. This is one that somebody was discussing a little bit before we got started there. Looks like the 2 kind of moves over a little bit, went a little deeper. That would push the 3 out a little bit, and the 4, and the 5, and the C. I'm looking for at least a move down to 83 to be equality with the A and the C. But if we get an extension, which oil does like to extend, we could see a move down to 75. This green circle has been my target, and we may drop right down in there. So 75 to 83 is kind of the target area on oil right now. All right. Gold. We're testing that trend line. Actually, today pushing a little bit lower than the trend line. So we've had this trend line of lows running all the way back to August last year. Low, 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 higher lows, all the way until today. And we're pushing down through that trend line. That's not good for bullish gold. Now, it could just be an anomaly. Tomorrow it's popped back up. That'd be okay. But right now, this is one to keep an eye on. If it sustains this for a few days, we're likely to retest this lows around 1690 back here where we had the low from last summer. So, all right. Keep an eye on gold. This same sort of thing is what was happening on Bitcoin on a smaller scale. We were talking about this series of higher lows coming up through here. And when it broke, it came right down to this target. Today, it tried to break higher, couldn't do it. The market was dragging it down. So it did still, or it's still green for the day so far. It looks like it may close with a green candle, which might be good considering it's had how many days of red? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red days in a row. Oop, moving fibs. So if we can see something bullish happening here, that'd be awesome. Now, Ethereum also broke the channel, didn't quite reach the target. So it could see a little bit deeper retrace in Ethereum. It has been running a little higher than Bitcoin through this whole correction from April all the way down here. All right. So everyone wants to know about Mara. Yeah, looking pretty ugly. It's looking for 1118 to hold here on the fibs. It tried to hold 15, couldn't do it. So next level down, 1118. Below that, 950, which is really going to make my stomach upset. So yeah, Miguel, jeffreytrader.com/YouTube. We'll get you right there. Stop real quick and type that in. There you go. jeffreytrader.com/YouTube. That'll get you the replay. So that's the next levels down on Mara, 11 and 950. Now, HUT broke the low. Not looking too hot. Looking for a deeper retrace at this point. What kind of deeper retrace? Well, let's run a quick fib check here. Let's see what we got. Could get down to 228. And we started extending 160. That's the levels to watch right there. These right here, and this one, and then this one. Ah, awesome. Thank you. Click the little rewind thing, I guess. That one. Those two are the levels to watch on HUT. All right. MSTR. Yeah, it's I don't have it on the list here. Let's see, MSTR. I'm not gonna go through all the crypto stuff, but yeah, lower lows is what I was expecting. I can cover coin too. That was a question at the beginning. So MSTR did bounce right off that daily 144 EMA and down, and looks like the target is probably going to be 181 right here. If you can't get something bullish going. All right. Coin. That was another one. I was mentioning well, today we touched 70, which was the next target down right there. Looks like after hours down to 62. I don't even have the next levels of fib turn on here. Have to turn them on. This will be the next target down here. Yeah, down to about $20. That's on Netflix. Yeah, we'll get to Netflix in a minute. All right. Yeah, so we're kind of taking requests, so take it easy on me. I'll get to a few. We're already about 18 minutes into 30 minutes of awesome. So, all right, I see SPCE. That one looks like it's going down. Has a little pop after hours, but that's like the same price. Close on the post. It has breached the low from back here in 2019. That is not ultimately bullish for space. So as far as lower low targets, I don't know. They could go to 0. Not looking too hot right now, though. As long as, I mean, 0 is the limit, right? It's not going negative. So Riot looks pretty horrible. So, all right, XBI. Next one up. That's looks like it about touched the target there. I had a target here, 58 to 63. And looks like it kind of touched there. Did it go green here? Zoom up so we can see the candles. Had a little doji today. Yeah, so poking right down into here. Looks like the zone goes from 63 down to about 58-ish. One more touch down in there and they can find support. Then it's got resistance up here around the 90s. So it's gonna have to get some jojo going. If we break below 58, the next level down here is probably around 50 or 49, 48, 49, 50. I wouldn't go picking bottoms right now. All right. Netflix. We've kind of entered into a quandary for Netflix. So I believe the next zone down here is this 137, 147 zone. So far, it's running right down the targets. And then if we break that zone all the way down to the 40s, it's kind of the path I've got laid out for Netflix. People probably don't want to hear that, but it had one heck of a bullish run. It doesn't even go back that far. So it had a nice big bullish run, and now it's getting some retrace. All right, Apple. Unfortunately, Apple has this situation where I'm looking for about 140. Now it can just up and decide to be bullish, but right now it has a corrective type pattern where it made a lower high. And to best resolve this, it needs a lower low. And the fib targets put that lower low at the minimum, probably around 140. It could do it with just a nominal lower low around 148, but it's going to look best at 140. And then I can make a case for it going down to 125-ish down here. All right, WDC. Western Digital. Worked on a fair breakout. The market dragging it down here in the last couple days. Looks like if it can maintain over that line, that's a profit roadmap setup. Potential to go higher. It might even be an echo trade type setup. Let's see. Turn off a couple of lines. Yeah, that's real close to an echo trade type setup too. A little bit deeper retrace on Western Digital, and it could be an echo trade and a market roadmap. All right, so let's stop for a second. Let's talk about what I did get into today. You may not like it. You may like it. You may not like it. I was looking for Crow. This is crypto.com's coin. I was looking for this to drop right into this area around 22. It did it and popped right back up. I bought some today. Bought about 2,000 of them. I'm looking for it to get up to 30 at least. Try to do this situation where it goes up to about 30. Retraces back down here like this. And then we find out if it's got some bullish gusto to it. If you can break back up to the prior high right here. All right. That's what I did today. Just a little tidbit there. Looks like it's around 23 right now. So that's Coinbase. And then I bought it on crypto.com. So there was no fees, I think, associated with that. All right. I see a riot. Right, doesn't look good. It looks like it's going to test this $7 fib down here. Crypto mining getting hit pretty hard. And one more fib line we should throw on here. Off the so you can go down to 360, 618 here. Watch Riot. All right, Disney on a downtrend, broke below. Next line down is at 97, all the way back to the COVID lows. That's Disney for you. All right. PLB1. Is that still a SPAC? Yeah, all the SPACs are getting hit. I mean, got a little jump post market, but it's down below the lows. So classic IPO type stuff. Almost all IPOs start out corrective and will make a lower low than their IPO price before they can turn around. So yeah. Steven, are you here? At the, I think it's jeffreytrader.com/60ms. 60, 60 Mike Sierra. I think that's right. All right, Amazon. That one's going down in a blaze of glory. So if it doesn't find support here, it's likely to return down to this support area down here. So it looks like it's, trying to breach it so it can go down to 1650 area. That's just looking at the price action. I mean, that's not, I'm not even using any kind of magic right there. Just, it's like the Darvis boxes situation. Was that a request UGH, or are you just expressing your dissatisfaction with something I said? Right. Yeah, SPAC. Yeah. All right. Shop. Put in 3 and 4 letter things. I try to type them in. Yeah, it looks like Shop's coming right down to this support level here. If it can't hold this 310 area, kind of this orange box here that runs from 290 to 335 where it touched into today. If it can't hold that, then 186 is the next level down. I was talking about the other day that it could form a bounce from where it was. Well, it didn't do that. So now we're on this path, and the fibs take it on down. So hopefully we're at a market turning point and a lot of these things start turning around for everybody. So now this will kind of move down like this and move like this. So SARK. The inverse arc fund. I mean, basically it's the opposite of that, and that's headed lower. So fib line for that's 33. So SRK short arc. Probably not sure where that puts that, but let's see. Make a educated wild guess here. And 77 does have some resistance, but above that would be 98 for a target. All right, when all the stuff you're shorting goes bust, how do you make more money? All right, Tesla. I did do a long-term bullish play on Tesla. It's pushing the limits right now. We need to stay above this prior low right here. It's kind of my line in the sand. Looks like we're down a couple bucks after hours. But I am long-term bullish right now out to August. So gonna give it a little time. If we were to just make this move right here that we made earlier in the year from right where we are, can put us up to 1270-ish. So right now, just giving it a little time, see if the market actually turns, if this bottom actually holds. Otherwise, I'm probably going to be liquidating all sorts of stuff. All right. I'm just rolling on the charts here. So small caps is the one that can take over. You know, so everything out of the COVID bottom happened on the back of like 8 stocks. The other 95% of the S&P 500 was in a correction that whole time. So now that 95% can bust out of its correction, and those 8 stocks, Tesla, Apple, Google, Netflix, you know, the ones that were leading us higher, can all experience a correction, and we can still rip higher. That's kind of the math behind the situation. So, all right, XLF. Looks like we're getting a correction there. Financial. XLE is energy. And that didn't happen. So we've held this 83 target. It looks like we may be due, if oil starts pulling back, maybe due for a pullback back to this 70-ish, 68, 70 area. So just watch out for a pullback on energy. Energy's been ripping for a number of months. And to correspond with oil, I was looking for a pullback. Now, Vail is mining. It's getting a pullback. VLO was ripping out. So people thought it might reach up to this 140, 150 area. Hadn't quite done that. Finding a little resistance to the prior high, pulling back. Other ones in energy, XOM, getting a pullback. This one could see a pullback all the way down back to the 75, 76 area. So, all right, AMD, we're about 5:30, so we've been 30 minutes. We're going to hit a few more here. I'm just going to try to wrap it up. Oh, I did not type AMD. I typed MD. AMD, well, see, this one's interesting because while the markets have been making lower lows, this one made a higher low. So this one can break out of its funk here, break back through. It's got some resistance coming in at this 106, 107 area. If we can come up there, test that breakthrough, we can see some higher prices on AMD. You know, I'm sure NVIDIA is the NVDA. Right, knows the other GPU. Now it is making lower lows as the market making lower lows. So this one can break down to 152. All right. I know we can sit here and do requests all freaking day. So yeah. So the VSL, if you were wanting to know, opening bell alerts is jeffreytrader.com/60 Mike Sierra, lowercase. All right. I'm going to have to run through a few. Now, I did. UNG has pulled back to this prior pullback area. Still kind of expecting this final run to 32 to 35 area. So, and just for Justin, GME, that looks pretty horrible right now. Busted through the main support levels. Looks like we're going to retest the low here around 77. Can't hold that, or if we don't turn bullish here, then it's probably all over for GME for a while. It's made a series of lower highs, so long-term trend looks down. And AMC, just to throw that in there, I bailed on that around 20. I was in at 15. and we're pushing down. Looks like post. So we're 9.85 is my target short term. If it breaks through that, $7. We're getting back into the range where it was before the big pop here. Alrighty. So that's pretty much the stock charts for today. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to come join me for something new. So I'm sure you've heard about 60-minute surges. If you haven't watched the Mark A interview, you can pop over jeffrytrader.com/60ms. I can throw that in the chat here, but I'll give you a way to shortcut that if you don't want to watch the whole long interview thing. So here it is. If you haven't seen it and want to go watch it, right there. Here's the bottom line. All right, let's cut out all the crap. Let's cut out the interview. Let's get to it. This system's good, and I'm proud of it. All right. Since we started trading it, we have had 39 wins, 13 losses, a 75% win rate. We did take 2 back-to-back losses here in this drop. The last, not today, but well, I did take a loss today, and I took a win and got my money back today. We took a loss last Thursday, and we took a loss yesterday. So the average wins and losses is dropped to 29.95%, but that still means we've won 39 wins and 13 losses. Of course, you know, the markets are rocky right now. Gains aren't guaranteed. Losses are inevitable. But this system is designed to work whether the market goes up, down, or sideways. It's all based on a gap fill of 1 ticker at the opening bell. And because of this unique phenomenon, I don't have to worry about the markets. My trades don't either. We just focus on 1 ticker, 1 trade. And here's some of the success stories just from today. And, you know, honestly, the official trade I did, I took a loss because I got distracted trying to help everybody. And then I made it up later. But here's some of the people that made out today: a 12% gain, 35% gain, 17% gain. Not sure which on made, but, you know, in it 77 or in it $1.48, out at $1.77. So got shaken out. Those were gains today. I'm proud of those traders. I love seeing the success stories day after day. But enough of my talking, right? I'd like to invite you to join us. So if you're interested in it, you can cut out the VSL, cut out the interview, cut out all the junk. You can go to jeffrytrader.com/OBA, opening bell alerts, OBA, or you can give my team a call, 855-454-0816. Normally I'd say David, but I know he's in Vegas enjoying it right now at the Money Show. So you might talk to Clark or one of the other awesome guys. All right. Any questions on OBA before I wrap this up? Kind of answered some at the head at the opener. They are mostly options trades. They do happen. We call them 60-minute surges because they typically, the typical trade is lasted less than an hour. Go to the page and check out the price. I don't remember. I don't even know the options. So I'm just giving you, I'm the one giving the trades. I'm not the one selling. We're trading 0 and 1 day options. You can make the choice to trade longer term options, but we're basically day trading short term options. It's the best bang for the buck for the trade setup. I think the track record speaks for itself. I could probably pull that up and give you some stats here really quick. I didn't run it by anybody, but the numbers don't lie. So let me pull this up real quick. Pop it up, screenshot. Let's see. This thing is so big, I can't just put it on the screen. So I'm going to grab a little piece here. If I can't pop it up. Where did it go? It did not pop up. Here we go. Pull this over, make it a little bigger. And it looks kind of blurry. Awesome. Here you go. Yeah, like I said, a little blurry. Average Trade cost about 77 cents. Average win time 57 minutes. The annualized pace right now for wins is 4,400% return. So we get about 3 of these trades every 5 days. And it's not just, I mean, it's just the way it works out. So we don't usually run it in PDT rules. It does apply to options. All right, everybody. Yeah, the alert goes out before the opening bell. It's not a trade you just take. It's got some nuance to it. I don't want to try to oversimplify or sugarcoat it, or the average trade costs $77 to get into. So you probably need a $500,000 account, and you can make this work. We've already returned something like, if you just did one contract, I think we're up $7.70 something cents. So yeah, jeffreytrader.com. Let me pop that back up. jeffreytrader.com/OBA. Type in you can cut out the sales thing and the marquee thing. /OBA. There we go. Right there. jeffreytrader.com/OBA. You click it in the link. There you go. I've created a bot. That's part of the deal. This is in Discord. It's not email. It's not text. It's in Discord. It's a live trade room with me and the other couple hundred people doing it. We work together, try to nail it. I don't claim to be the end all be all, only one that knows how to do it. Like I said, I took a small loss. I was trying to help people and help some other do another thing, and price got away from me. It missed my fill target by 3 cents, and then I ended up taking a loss, and then I made it back later. Ended up with a whopping $10 profit for the day. Thanks, Alex. Keep coming back. I'll be back next Tuesday. All right. Thanks, everybody. We're gonna go, like I said, take my wife out so she can have all her babies together. So be a belated Mother's Day. Our daughter was out at a camp school. She's going to do a summer camp for the Boy Scouts. She's going to be the camp director. So she had to go to school for that. So now she's back, and we're going to go take Mama out. Thanks, everybody, for coming. We'll wrap it up. See you again next Tuesday. And if you're in the Discord, I'll see you there bright and early in the morning. Thanks, everybody.